Hey guys, I'm fairly tired. It's like half past midnight. I just got back from watching the A24 film called Warfare, and it got me thinking about how AI isn't going to replace filmmaking. These days, a lot of people think filmmakers may get replaced because AI can make okay images now, quite plastic looking images, but okay looking images, and in 10 years time it's only going to improve. So people conclude that filmmakers are going to get replaced, but I think this film is one reason why. There's many reasons, but it's one reason why filmmakers won't be replaced. I don't really see it as a replacement. I see AI more as a enhancement for creative people, and for anyone really. It doesn't have to replace them. um and it really stood out to me with this film. This is already something that was on my mind, but with this film, it stood out a lot because my favorite part of the film, and I'm getting into spoilers now, was where we see behind the scenes of them filming, and you got to see the actual veterans as well. You know, the guy who lost his legs, um, you know, paralyzed his legs, like got his legs got destroyed, man. I don't even know how to say it. His legs got destroyed, and he just seeing the guy at the end of the film in a wheelchair was crazy, and just seeing how he was able to be on set and feel the respect from everyone was just insane. It was my favorite part of the film. The song choice was incredible. I gotta find out what that song was that they played. But yeah, that was my favorite part of the film. I was like, this is crazy, and it just really hit home that what I saw was a true story from real memories, and people really lived through this. When I was like 8 years old. When I was 8 years old, somebody was going through this. What happens in this film? That's crazy. It hits harder because of that. But if you told me that this film was AI generated, or the script was written by AI, the plot line was written by AI, I'll be like, it wouldn't hit the same. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying AI can't be used in films, but I'm saying if AI is if AI came up with the idea, it doesn't hit as hard. I see AI should be used more for enhancement rather than purely creation. Do you know what I mean? Um, yeah, I it just hits so much harder knowing this is a real story, and it matters to real people. Real people now feel seen, feel respected for what they've done for their country. Do you know what I mean? It's crazy. It's tragic, man. The story, like the soldiers didn't need to. I keep saying lose their legs. They've still got legs, but they can't walk. Lose their ability to walk. They didn't have to. It didn't have to happen. But it did, and it's tragic, man. And they were just trying to do the right thing, trying to be brave, trying to support their country, their team. Um, it's crazy. I'm not saying that every single film has to be based on real life for it to be AI proof, or for it to be valuable to hit hard. I'm talking more of the point of view that art in general hits harder knowing that it comes from another human being. Stories in general hit harder when you know that it's come from another human being. Because somebody may look at your story and think, man, I've gone through that as well. I'm not the only one who's gone through that. I'm not alone. Now, obviously, a lot of us haven't been a war veteran like in this film. Um, but there's other examples that I could point to illustrate my point. So, say if a character says something that's quite maybe embarrassing, maybe vulnerable, maybe quite unique, and they say that out loud, and it's part of their character, that will hit you hard if you resonate with it because you know there's a human being behind it. You know that a human being thought of those lines and decided to write them down, put them on a page, and the actor resonated with those lines, was willing to be in the film, put their name on the film, and put in the effort and learn those lines. It hits hard because you're like, man, somebody else out there feels like me. Do you know what I'm saying? It helps us feel less alone and more connected. Do you know what I mean? So, but it, and in this film, Warfare, to come back to this film, there was quite a few details in the film that didn't necessarily add to the plot, but it added to the realism and the story. So there's little parts in the film that just show the relationships between the characters and that they're real people. Like the banter was very relatable. If you told me that the AI wrote the banter, it just wouldn't hit the same. It would be like, really? Like, that's lame. Even if the banter was legitimately good, like objectively good or whatever, it wouldn't hit the same and be like, what? But because that banter in the script, as an example, you know, happened in real life, was written by a real person, inspired from real memories, it hits harder because you're like, mate, I do that with my friends as well. Do you know what I mean? So it hits harder. It's like, it makes you feel like, man, it makes you realize that we're more common than we think, and that you relate to other people as well, people you've never met. Like if you told me I had something in common with a war veteran, I'll probably be like, yeah, probably, maybe. But now I know, like, I mean, it's obvious, but war veterans, like, they're normal people. They've got a sense of humor, etc. Do you know what I mean? Um, it just shows that they're normal people trying to do the right thing. Um, and at the end it just hit so hard, man. It hit so I was like, dude, that montage at the end was my favorite part of the film. Like I felt so good. Um I felt good just knowing that real people got real respect. Like those veterans can look back at this film and feel genuine appreciation and respect. It's not just a random AI thing. And I mean, it's a real story. Do you know what I'm saying? And real effort has gone into it. It's not just like you typed in the right prompt and things worked out. You found out a way to engineer your prompts, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that, but there's a different level of just appreciation where somebody puts in the effort to craft something and put it together. Um, do you get what I'm saying? Like the sound design in the film was incredible. I was looking at a lot of the comments of the film online, and everyone was saying the sound was insane. So I was really looking forward to seeing it in IMAX as well. And I'll be honest, the sound was really good. I wasn't even thinking of the sound during the film, which I guess is a massive compliment to the sound guys. Like I wasn't thinking, oh mate, they EQ'd that bullet sounds so well. Oh, the compressor was insane on that. Like I wasn't thinking about all that. I was just engrossed. I was just immersed in the story, and it just all worked so well and felt very realistic and natural. Um, yeah, it felt realistic and natural, not over the top, not like sci-fi levels, not like crazy levels of bass, because they know they could. They kept it realistic, and it was realistic. Like it was good. But if you told me that was AI generated, I'll be like, yeah, okay. I'll be less impressed because um, when you hear it, you know the effort that's gone into it. You know the care that's gone into it, and you know why they care as well because it's a real story inspired from real memories. But if it's AI, man, the AI doesn't really care. It might tell you that it cares. Like if you ask ChatGPT, do you care about film? It doesn't care about film. It doesn't care, man. Um, it just thinks that's the right answer. It doesn't actually care. Um, so yeah, hopefully I've explained my point. I'm probably gonna break this point down in other ways as well. But if you've seen the film and you know the montage I'm talking about at the end, you know what I mean. But if you eventually will see it, you know what I mean as well. But guys, just think about a character you resonate with, a character that's made you feel seen, made you feel like man, made you feel understood, or a situation in a film that represents something you've gone through that captured it so well. Maybe it was a film about grief, and somebody captured the feeling of grief so well, the feeling of something else like guilt so well, or just pressure, um, the pressures of life. Someone just captured that feeling so well in their art. It hits hard because you know there's another human being behind that feels the same way as you, and it's what makes a story valuable to us, to our hearts. So AI may get better. I mean, it will. It's bound to, but it doesn't matter if as it doesn't matter as it's not going to replace good stories that hit our hearts, that speak to our hearts, speak to our lives. I think it's gonna make those stories more valuable going forward. So yeah, hopefully you know what I mean. So I'm talking about stories with a real heart behind them. It doesn't have to be based on true events. Naturally, if a story is based on true events, you're gonna put your heart behind it. But just a story that comes from a real, honest place, those stories are gonna be valuable. If AI is gonna take over, it's not gonna replace those stories. Do you know what I mean? So yeah. And if you see this film, you know what I mean. Yeah. But leave your comments. Let me know what you think. Hopefully I've explained myself well. But yeah, I don't think it's gonna replace us. I'm not that stressed about it. You know, it might replace stock footage and stuff like that. I mean, it shouldn't, but it might. But stories, nah, like it's not gonna replace that.